morning everyone and welcome to today's video. So today's video is a collab that was created by Monarch Moments and it is to create a fairy house. I'm super thankful to be asked to participate. Several other channels are doing it too and all of those channels are linked down below, so make sure to check everyone out. So fairy houses. I wasn't quite sure what they were, so I had to look them up. And I'm going to share with you what I found. A fairy house is simply like the little house, the little man in the tree that's out at Disneyland. It's just simply a little house. It could be a shrub. It could be made out of sticks, etc. I will tell you, as a crafting person, this was so hard for me because I wasn't quite sure where to begin. Because there's no instruction manual on here, do this, do this, do this. You have a fairy house, you have a pixie house. So I called in the experts. I called in Sam. So Sam is helping me out with this particular video. He is currently outside kind of sketching out some things that from ideas he found online. He's using some of the scrap lumber that we have. And then I will do more of the decor portion of the fairy house. So when he texts me, we'll go out and see what he's got to show us. Okay, so this is what Sam's got for me so far. It looks like we've got the start of the little house here, and then there'll be a little door and all kinds of doors going to be over here. Sam pointed out. I'm excited to see how it's going to come together. This is the outline of where it looks like a couple windows and the door. So here is my pieces that Sam has brought in for me. Here is the base. Here is the two long walls, short walls. I've got some roof pieces over here. So what I'm going to do tonight is Monday, I'm going to hot glue these pieces, 4 pieces together to make the base. And I'm going to hot glue my roof together so that tomorrow it will be dry and I can paint. So I have the base for my house all glued together, and now I'm going to be working on the house. Now what I'm going to do, Sam has given me these 2 little triangles to use to help form the teepee for the house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pencil, because I want them both to be even. I'm going to take these triangles, and at this point I'm going to make a mark, kind of bring it down a little bit. And I'm going to bring it down just a little bit and make just a simple mark so I know where this one's going to go. I'm going to come over here and do the same thing. I've got it placed, scoot it down a little bit. Make a mark. And now we're going to hot glue these on here one way. And then we will put this sheet on top on this side. So let's get hot gluing again. So we have our house glued together. We have our roof glued together. I'm going to let these set overnight to make sure they're 100% dry and bonded together. Then tomorrow we will start painting, starting with our yard, then our house. Our roof really doesn't need a whole lot done to it because it already is a red color. So it's pretty much done at this point. It's just the house and the yard, and then we'll be done. I can't wait to show you what we do next. So it has been a full 12 hours since we did our hot glue. Everything is sturdy and sealed correctly. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to start painting. I'm going to start with the baseboard that the house is going to set on. Eventually I will hot glue the house on top. I am going to, as you can see, I've already kind of done a line across to differentiate like where the house is going to set and then what's going to be outside. Here is where the door will be. Zoom in a little bit more for you. This blank space is where the door is going to be. I'm going to make a little river over on this side. I'm going to paint some of this green. I'm going to use some pebbles for stones. So let's go ahead and get started. I've got paint clothes on and we're going to get to painting. start painting on the house of my fairy house. I think the easiest way for me to do this is for me to do one side, like this part, and then maybe turn it and do another of these side parts. I'm going to have to kind of figure that out as we go. All right, let's get painting. day 3 of working on my fairy house, and even though my paint has been setting for over 24 hours, it's still wet to the touch. I don't know what's going on with my paint. I don't know if it's because it's an oil paint and it just takes longer to dry. I don't know if maybe I made it too thick. I'm really not quite sure what's going on with it at this point. But what I've done in between when I videoed last and now is I did add some more rocks for some stones. I did hot glue the house portion down to the base part. That way I can kind of spin the base and paint the back and the other side that needs to be done. So even though it's so wet, I guess we need to get this finished up. This paint is really making me nervous, guys. But I better guess we better finish up. So I have finished completing painting my fairy house. Let's see, pick it up a little bit so you can see it. And I forgot I painted inside. So we've got the pink and the green and the purple and the red. And inside I forgot I painted, so I just stuck my fingers in paint. Yeah. Alright. So now it's time to add the roof, wipe the paint off my fingers, and finish up our fairy house. Okay, so my fairy house is done. I've brought it outside and sat it down with some foliage around it. I think it looks good. I'm happy with it, and I am pleased. If you guys enjoyed this fairy house building video, next time, don't use oil paints. That's my suggestion for you. Make sure to check out all the other videos participating in this collab. Wash your hands and stay safe. Bye, guys.